You can help conduct an archaeological investigation in highlands Peru, excavating a buried city from pre-Inca times in order to learn more about the daily life of the first urban people of ancient South America. At the same time, you can assist university students who seek to learn by participation in these excavations, defraying some of their expenses for international travel and for room and board in Peru. I am Dr. William Isbell, Distinguished Professor of Anthropology at Binghamton University of the State University of New York. My studies in Peru and Bolivia span 50 years, during which I have published 10 books and almost 100 articles and academic papers. Recently, several colleagues and I joined together to investigate Huari, Peru's first imperial capital city, and one of the largest archaeological ruins in South America. Remains of the ancient urban core sprawl across several square kilometers, with massive walls still standing as much as 25 feet in some places. Supports for upper floors indicate that some of the buildings were 2 and perhaps even 3 stories high, and we suspect that in the past, residents lived in large apartment houses. This will be the first excavation oriented to learning more about daily life among the commoners of the Huari city. Was life restricted to crowded quarters with demanding routines mandating lives of hard labor? Or was the city a place of open spaces, creative experiences, and social diversity even for the masses? What was the attraction that prompted people to move into this early city? And how were new economic, political, and religious practices experienced by ordinary inhabitants? How did city life change as Huari expanded its government over much of the ancient Peruvian landscape, conquering and ruling for at least 3 or 4 centuries, only to crumble into the ruins that we see today? To answer these and other questions, we have secured funds from the United States National Science Foundation, as well as private monies from the Curtis T. and Mary G. Brennan Foundation, that will pay for much of the research that we plan. We have selected an area of the ancient city where preliminary excavations by one of our project directors imply well-preserved residences of ordinary inhabitants. We plan 2 seasons of excavation, as well as laboratory study of artifacts and remains. Our first year will emphasize excavation to determine architectural layouts. We are anxious to share the excavation experience at Huari with as many students as can be accommodated by the program, but funds for student participation are limited to about 6 individuals. Most student volunteers are committing to 2 months participation, and we would like to see the personal costs of participation subsidized. Ideally, we would like to distribute $6,000 among these 6 American student volunteers that would cover about half of the essential expenses for each. But of course, additional monies can provide greater subsidies for the volunteer students, and perhaps even include some assistance for young archaeologists from other nations. Please be generous with your gift. You will be contributing to new knowledge about the ancient city of Huari and to early urbanism in South America. You will also be contributing to the learning experience of young archaeologists, of students who are excited about participating in these research activities at the ancient city of Huari.